All right. Well, I know a lot of you were talking football yesterday, but now we're going to get back to talking some hockey here right now. And he is the director for marketing and corporate sponsorships for the Sarnia Sting. Jake Bourrie, did your title get longer?
You can call me whatever you like, Dave.
Well, careful. I appreciate you being here. I know I've had a lot of people say, when are you going to have someone from the Sting on? And, it's I'm sure you get lots of messages on Facebook and email and questions about the Sarnia Sting. Where do we even begin about what's happening there?
You know what? It's just we're doing our part here to stay patient and positive and do what we can to help keep everybody safe. So right now that includes, not playing hockey, unfortunately, not coming to the rink. But like I said, we're staying patient and we're staying positive. And when it's our time to return, we're ready and we're excited to do that. Yeah.
Well, it's nice, though, to see that the Sarnia Sting have continued to participate in the community, via social media. We've seen many team members participating, and we saw, you see the Sarnia Sting has a Twitch channel now. They had, hockey tournament on there. Like everybody else, the Sarnia Stings had to adapt to the times. But one of the things I've noticed is still that community partnership that's been a part of the Sarnia Sting is still continued on. And I guess we're talking about the Imperial Sarnia site as well.
Yeah, so that's all part of our we call it our community commitment. It's a big priority of the Sarnia Sting Hockey Club to embed ourselves in Sarnia Lambton community, being positive role models for our youth, to give back to those who support us, and do everything that we can to leave a positive impact on Sarnia Lambton. You definitely you hit it right on the head when you say that we've had to adapt. We're shifting a lot of things online, as is everybody, and it's allowed us for an opportunity to grow a little bit too. So we're getting better at some certain things, and like you said, a Twitch channel that's new to me, and I've learned something new through that process. So some good has certainly come of this for sure.
I was excited to see the Twitch channel.
I know you were.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, finally.
That's right up your alley.
Took a pandemic to get some people to notice the power of that, right? But
yeah.
I know there's been a lot of changes. Like Sarnia Sting changes and everywhere, right? Everybody's had to change and adapt. What would you say has been the toughest part of all this, as far as the hockey side of things goes?
The toughest part is just the kids. How much I call them kids. The young men that are part of our team. They work so hard. They dedicate their life to, becoming the best possible versions of themselves on the ice and off the ice, to become professional hockey players, and just to that opportunity to be taken from them. Unfortunately, it's a reality, but for them not to have that opportunity this season to showcase themselves to the scouts and to the fans, to pursue their dream of becoming NHL hockey players is tough to watch. I know that they're itching to get back. The other thing too is just I think that I think that the Sarnia Sting is an outlet for a lot of people as well too. Mm-hmm. Life can be pretty crazy sometimes, and I like to think that we can be a way to escape that, even if it's come to the games and getting your mind off something that's going on in your life for that little bit. So I think those are the two toughest things to see right now, but we're getting closer and closer, and we'll be back sooner than you know it.
I think you make a really good point there, Jake, about I guess you could almost relate it to mental health, in the sense of it's that escape. We got to go see our team, and there's the hooting and hollering. Sometimes there's the booing, and it's just everything that goes on with the hockey. But people got their ticket, and they've got those dates written down, and they just know when they can go watch their Sarnia Sting play the hockey. So I think it's definitely something to be missed. So that's why I think it's been great to see the Sarnia Sting continue to participate in the community through the pandemic. Let's talk more about this. The Sarnia Sting are partnering with Imperial Sarnia site. You're looking for a local champion.
We are. Yes, we are. So Imperial Sarnia, the men and women that work there, they're unbelievable for our organization. They're our title sponsor. They've been supporting. They've been big supporters of us, for a long, long time. And then again, they stepped up during the pandemic to further support us, and we want to help support the community through that partnership. We are with Imperial Sarnia giving away $2,000 SO gas card, along with 2 gold season tickets when appropriate to play, to return to the game, to somebody who, has gone the extra mile, we're calling it, throughout the pandemic. It could be a frontline worker, it could be, a PSW or some of the people that I keep hearing as nominations. Someone who just goes above and beyond the selfless act to make this place a better place to live and protect the safety of others. So we're doing that for an adult, the $2,000 gift card and the gold season tickets. And we also have a youth category. So I've seen a number of youth, so anyone under the age of 18, step up and go the extra mile as well. And for that category, we're going to give away a customized Sarnia Sting jersey with their choice of name and number, as well as 2 gold season tickets for the youth category as well too.
This is a really great idea. I when I first saw it, I was like, wow, what a neat idea, because but it's going to be really tough, Jake. I hope you've picked like how are you going to choose that? Is there a voting process, or who gets to decide? Because there's a lot of people in this community who are going to qualify for this.
Absolutely, without question. I can assure you that when we do return to the ice, the Sarnia Sting Hockey Club will make it a priority to honor those frontline workers, those people who have stepped up, people who have went the extra mile. They'll be honored throughout the entire season when we get back in some way, shape, or form at each and every game, because without them, we wouldn't even have had an opportunity to get back on the ice. So we will make sure that that anyone who has gone above and beyond will get a chance to be recognized. The Sting will pick the winner based on the nomination. So they can go to the link. I believe you have the link there, David. They can fill out the nomination form. We encourage you to submit a video or some photos along with your written submission as to why this person is deserving. We understand it's going to be a significant challenge, but we're going to collect all the nominations, and at some point in the season, if there's an opportunity to reach out to anyone who maybe didn't get the main prize, but certainly was deserving, and we'll find a way to make sure they get rewarded.
Fantastic. Well, and of course, you couldn't have picked a better partner, really. Imperial Sarnia site, very giving to our community in many different ways as well. So, and I know they've been a partner for the Sarnia Sting for the last couple of years now, right?
They've supported our team since day one, but they did come on as our title sponsor. Right. I think this is going into a year. Correct me if I'm wrong. This will be our 4th season coming up as 3rd or 4th season as title sponsor. And I can't say enough about Christina Zimmer has been phenomenal to work with there, and the men and women. You see them at the games, and just 2 brands aligning like that, it's pretty special, and we're proud to align with them.
Very powerful to have 2 brands like the Sarnia Sting and Imperial site working together. All right, let's talk a little bit of hockey, a little bit about the players as well. We saw Sam Bitten, right? I of course got to meet him last year a few times, and boy, he was easy to talk to on the microphone. He liked chatting it up about the hockey and everything, and he's definitely had his heart in there. But he's now moved on, right? He's gone to Sweden. Did I get that right? Yes,
he did. So Bitsy was a phenomenal leader and a phenomenal person to have part of the Sting organization. He exemplified the Sting way, is what we're calling it. We've done a lot of focusing on culture the last few months while we were off. Reflecting on some things that we've done well and some things that we need to work on, and one area is we really want to identify what it means to be a part of this team and what values a person who is a part of this team carries themselves with. And Sam certainly exemplified that in every single way. The way he was with the fans, the way he was as a teammate, the way he was as a leader in this community, kind, caring, giving, with a hard work ethic. I only have good things to say about Sam Bitten, and he signed a pro contract in Sweden. He was an overage player, so this would have been his last season with the Sting. So we're proud to say that he has signed a pro contract, and we wish him nothing but the best moving forward.
It's always bittersweet, though, isn't it, Jake? These young players come in and, many of them, looking at that goal to go up to the next level. Some have different goals, and want to play hockey, but maybe go off to business college or whatever it looks like. But they get that support from the Sarnia Sting. But sometimes you really get them in there and then they've got to move on to somewhere else. And you're just really, wow, like sad to see that one go. But at the same time, you're really excited for them. What's the attachment like between, I say team players. I talk about the team other than the Sting team, like yourself and the rest of the team. There really gets an emotional attachment there.
Yeah, I think naturally you build relationships. It's human relationships, right? So there's definitely attachment, but I think you go into it understanding that this is a development league and it's a development process. So that's not only on the ice, but that's off the ice as well too. So that's, in the classroom, that's becoming better men and better women. We have a lot of women involved in our organization who we're proud to work with and who develop off the ice as well too. So you kind of go in there understanding that this is a development process and that it's not forever, and you kind of take pride in when they do take the next step. So bittersweet's a good word, but I think that you're more proud than you are sad.
Good word. Well put, Jake. Sponsorship, you talk about that. I mean, you can look at any major sports league right now and wow, how that changed. How are we going to display advertisements, et cetera? How are we going to, because we're not putting bums in seats right now to help pay the bills. So what kind of challenge was that like for you and the rest of the team?
Oh, it's definitely a challenge. Sponsorship is certainly a challenge. Bums in seats is a challenge. We've made some huge strides the last number of years. I'm very proud of the experience that we put on here at the Sarnia Sting games, and we're just getting started as far as that's concerned. There's some big things brewing in terms of the experience when you come to a Sting game. So we're excited about that when we do get back to playing. But one of my goals, as marketing director, is to really expand our product beyond the four walls of the arena. I believe that there's an opportunity for that, and the internet has been a tremendous vehicle for that. But also just being in the schools, in the community, at minor hockey practices. I want the Sting to be everywhere. It's not just where you go to, when you go to the arena and you see the Sting are everywhere. You can see them online. You can see them in the community. So, yes, I think the pandemic has presented those obstacles, but I think we've seen that even prior to the pandemic, and I think we're making some adjustments to align sponsorship outside of the four walls of the arena. Of course, the arena is our home, and it's the home to our junior Sting, and it's the home to a lot of figure skating, sledge hockey. So the community as a whole, but we are working towards expanding beyond the four walls and sponsorship opportunities associated with that as well too.
Well, I think that's a good step forward, right, so to speak, to and the way you've stayed connected with the community through all of this is a really good example of that. But I like how you mentioned even prior to that, I know there's some plans in the works, and it really shows Sarnia Sting's commitment to the community to stay here, right? You always hear the rumors of where they go, where they might go, blah blah blah. But we saw a new sign. Am I calling that the right? Hanging in the arena, now, and that's a big commitment, and all the marketing that's been putting out there too, I think, shows that commitment as well. Can I tug on you just a little bit? Can you give us there's got to be some big fireworks or something when we come back that goes kaboom? Yes, we're here, and there's 5,000 people in there, and I can't wait to be back too. But can you give us a little insight?
I can assure you that the moment we are allowed to have fans in this building and we can have a Sarnia Sting hockey game, we will pull all the strings and make it quite the event. That's the way I'm wired. I won't have it any other way. What an opportunity to kick things off post-pandemic. There's so many things we got brewing and so many ideas and so many passionate people working in this organization that I get excited just talking about it, and I encourage you to get down here to see it. It's going to be special, and we're all moving in the right direction.
All right, I'll take that.
It'll be good.
You know what, Jake? I've gotten to know you so well over the years. There's no.
I wouldn't
doubt.
do it any other way. There's no way.
I know, and you've got big plans to get the Sarnia Sting on the map even more, and I think that's fantastic. Jake, thanks so much for giving me your time. I miss you, buddy. It's nice to be able to talk to you. Any final thoughts before I let you get back to your world?
I just want to wish everybody well on behalf of the whole organization. We miss our fans. We miss our players. But, we're staying very positive. Like I said, we're taking this as a time of opportunity and growth as opposed to a negative time. And we're doing some things to get ourselves better for when we do return. And when we return, it's going to be, like I said, something special, and we're excited about it. Can't wait to see everyone stay positive, stay healthy, and we'll get back soon.
Right on. Jake Bourrie, thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you in person, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Appreciate all your support, man.
Jake Bourrie from the Sarnia Sting, he brings a lot of excitement to what's going to happen with the Sarnia Sting, and him and his team working very hard to, like he said, present themselves beyond the four walls of their home. The Sarnia Sting are great community partners as well, and partnering with other great community partners. So thanks, Jake. Appreciate you joining us here. Go to sarniasting.com to find out how you can nominate somebody you think deserves the local champion status. They're looking for an adult and for a youth, and nominations open right now, and excited to get back. Oh, just like, it's been so tough, right? But again, it's nice to see the Sarnia Sting staying connected to the community in there.